Welcome to the Daily Business and Finance Show. On today's episode, we dive into Donald Trump's bold proposal to replace income tax with tariffs as discussed on the Joe Rogan podcast and explore which tech stocks might be impacted by a Trump or Harris win. We'll also cover Delta's lawsuit against CrowdStrike over a massive July computer outage, United Health's potential billions at risk due to Medicare payment scrutiny, and the White House's stance on Israel's strikes against Iran. Plus, we'll discuss Google's new AI technology aimed at taking over users' internet browsers and Elon Musk's denial of working illegally in the U.S. during the 1990s. Finally, we'll analyze why Apple investors should look past current weak sentiment ahead of earnings reports. Stay tuned after this short ad break to learn more about these headlines. Donald Trump, during an interview with Joe Rogan, suggested replacing U.S. income taxes with tariffs. He proposed a 10% tariff on imports and a 60% tariff on Chinese goods. Critics believe this might harm economic growth and lead to higher inflation. Trump also mentioned tax exemptions for certain professions, such as police and military personnel.
As the U.S. presidential election nears, analysts are considering how a Donald Trump victory might affect tech stocks. Large-cap companies such as Apple and Microsoft could gain from decreased antitrust scrutiny, while Tesla might prosper with fewer regulations. On the other hand, Chinese firms like Alibaba could encounter difficulties due to Trump's firm approach toward China.
Delta Airlines has filed a lawsuit against CrowdStrike in Georgia, alleging negligence and breach of contract. This follows a July software update outage that resulted in 700 flight cancellations. Delta is seeking over $500 million for costs and damages. CrowdStrike has apologized but disputes the claims, pointing to outdated systems as a contributing factor.
United Health could lose billions if the government responds to a report accusing it of improperly collecting Medicare payments through questionable home visits. The Office of Inspector General found that United Health and Humana collected $7.5 billion in 2023 through health risk assessments without follow-up, recommending restrictions and audits on these payments.
The United States confirmed that Israel conducted precise military strikes on Iran, targeting non-populated areas. This was in response to an earlier missile attack by Iran. The Biden administration's goal is to prevent further conflict. Meanwhile, oil prices increased, with West Texas Intermediate crude at $71.78 per barrel and Brent crude at $76.05 per barrel.
Alphabet's Google is working on Project Jarvis, an AI technology designed to automate internet browsing tasks such as searches and shopping. This initiative is similar to a recent announcement by Anthropic. Google aims to preview this in December along with its new Gemini language model, though plans might change according to the information.
Elon Musk reportedly worked illegally in the U.S. during the 1990s while launching Zip2, according to the Washington Post. Musk denies this, stating he transitioned from a J-1 to the first half-B visa. President Biden criticized Musk's past visa status, while Musk supports Donald Trump and his immigration policies.
As the U.S. presidential election nears, analysts are examining tech stocks in light of a possible Kamala Harris victory. Solar stocks could see gains from green policies, while companies like Intel and cybersecurity firms such as Palo Alto Networks might receive government backing. Meanwhile, big tech companies like Google may encounter less stringent antitrust scrutiny.
Apple's upcoming fourth-quarter results are facing weak sentiment due to iPhone concerns, particularly in China. However, analysts such as Bank of America's Wamsi Mohan remain optimistic. They cite potential demand boosts from new features like Apple Intelligence and ChatGPT integration. Despite the negative sentiment, analysts expect stable earnings with possible growth from other Apple products. Thank you for tuning into the Daily Business and Finance Show. Stay informed, stay ahead. Join us tomorrow for more insights that shape your financial future. I'm Montgomery Jones.
And I'm Amalia Dupre. Until tomorrow dawns, take care and goodbye for now. This content is sourced from the Seeking Alpha website, so support our podcast by becoming a Seeking Alpha Premium subscriber. See the show notes page for links to sign up. This episode is produced by Classic Studios. This podcast provides information only and should not be construed as financial or business advice. Check out our other podcasts in our network at classicstudios.com.